Remember, he didn't want Obama to come there a few weeks ago? Obama was supposed to visit there. He turned the plane, he left. He should have done that with other countries, you want to know the truth. Like when they wouldn't meet him at Air Force One, he should have said, Captain, let's get out of here. That happened in Saudi Arabia, right? That happened in Cuba, right? Probably the first time it's ever happened in the fabled history of Air Force One. So all of this will require a truly national effort. The Philadelphia Naval Yard is a perfect example. I will instruct my Secretary of the Navy to study locations like Philadelphia with a long history of service to our military and proximity to vibrant private industry. What's a better place? And find ways to involve them in this national effort. We're bringing jobs back to Philadelphia. We're bringing jobs back to Pennsylvania. We will rebuild our Navy, and we will do it with American steel, made right here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There won't be dumping. There won't be dumping, and there will not be currency manipulation. And if there is, there's going to be a price to pay. Don't forget, we're the piggy bank. We've rebuilt China. They've taken so much money out of our country. We've rebuilt. You have to see the airports, the roadways, the tunnels. And we have stuff that's all falling down. Our infrastructure's a mess. As part of our plan for bold change to make your life better, we will also rebuild our massively depleted infrastructure. Instead of rebuilding other countries, our plan targets substantial new investment here at home to fix America's transportation, drinking water, and other vital infrastructure. This can be achieved through a focus on public-private partnerships, proven financing programs, and tax credits that incentivize companies to make major job and wealth-producing investments in your community. This means help for projects like the Pennsylvania Turnpike, as well as the Pennsylvania portion of the Appalachian Highway System, which are falling apart in all due respect. My plan will also help Pennsylvania upgrade or replace bridges in the Commonwealth that have been deemed structurally deficient, so many of them. You almost don't want to ride across, right? Does anybody ever want to swim and just relax and know you're going to be alive? No, there's so many are structurally deficient. Obama, and we don't do anything. We'll go to different places in the Middle East. We have spent now $6 trillion in the Middle East, and we are in far worse shape than we were 15 years ago. If we would have done nothing, you wouldn't have the migration, you wouldn't have the wars, we are so much further away than we were before we spent. So we spent $6 trillion. $6 trillion! We spent $6 trillion, and what do we have? A total mess. A total and complete mess. So if we did nothing, if we did absolutely nothing, we'd be in great shape. Unbelievable. And then we back the rebels. The rebels turn out to be worse than the guys that were there in the first place. We don't know who the hell we're backing. What a group we have. What a group of geniuses. Then they say to me during the debate, and I tell them more or less, because you have to, but they say, Mr. Trump, how would you defeat ISIS? I say, you know, I have a real chance of winning this thing. I don't really want to tell you. Does that make sense? But Mr. Trump, the American people demand to know. I say, no, they don't. The reporters demand to know. They're the only ones. Unbelievable. Obama, Clinton doubled the national debt in 10 years. But instead of rebuilding America with the money, it was all lost. And our infrastructure is like a third world country. So we owe more money than we've ever owed. We're up to $20 trillion. And you know, it'd be one thing, it's like buying a company. It'd be one thing if the roads were in great shape, the hospitals, the schools, the bridges, everything, great shape. Place is falling apart, and we owe $20 trillion. That's a problem. But I'll solve it. I'm good at things like that. Hillary Clinton when she ran the State Department, lost or misplaced, they used the word misplaced, $6 billion. You ever hear of that one?